Okay, we went to some thrift stores last weekend. Obviously, we got the OG Jurassic Park on VHS. The person took the time to tape this like plastic on here like they knew. Or maybe they just cared about keeping fluid out, I guess. That could make sense too. Anyway, look at that, $24.98. The MCA stamping on the side, yeah. What do we got here? 1994, all rights reserved. Fun, fun, fun. What else do we got? Yes, we found a lot of these Xbox games, and they'll have their original manual inside. For the most part, the discs are okay. I mean, you can tell that they've been played a few times for sure, but should launch, load up and everything. And every time I see a copy of 007, Agent Under Fire, or Mech Assault, or Splinter Cell as well, right? Whenever I see these games that could soft mod an Xbox, I always pick them up. I'm just gonna hoard them all. I don't know that the Platinum hit, since it was re-released, can do that, but if it can, let me know in the comments. Cool. Next up, we got Dave Mira Freestyle BMX 2. Fantastic, it's all there. Looks good. Oh, this one even has the warranty registration. Thank you, Acclaim. Fantastic. I mentioned in a previous recording that I had played BMX XXX, and I liked that game, so I hope that Dave Mira Freestyle BMX 2 is good. This, of course, is a hardback copy of Hannibal. Looks fantastic. It was like $2. I picked it up. It doesn't even have original cost on here. That's interesting. Usually it has the price listed there. Okay, what else we got here? Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. Ooh, that's an actual sticker that's not printed on the cover. That's fun. Looks like you can use communicator headset. All Out War Your Way. I'm guessing the first Battlefield was also on Xbox, right? I don't think I remember seeing these things on a PlayStation, so I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. What else we got here? Shoop. Aha, another Jurassic Park. This one is gold and black emblazoned, and the year is more updated. Yeah, it says 2000. So I'll have like a little comparison shot coming up. It's $5 rebate on a Jurassic Park video. What? I already hit. Oh, snap. That's crazy. This person straight pulled this out of something. It's perforated, like they actually tore it out of something. They had full intent. They had full intent to buy this many Jell-O pudding packs, then get $5 back on their movie. That's crazy considering the fact that 6 proofs of purchase, even if these were only like, let's just say, because $5 sounds like I'm guessing it's supposed to sound like a sizable portion. Assuming this VHS tape was $24.98, that's a quarter of the cost. I just have this feeling then that it doesn't really, what do you call it? It doesn't really, it's a wash. Huh. Anyway, on to the next thing. I just wanted to mention I picked this up too. This is just something that Matt of the channel RetroWolf88 showed me that he got, and it's super useful. It's just a metric ton of just every different kind of tip you might need. They're magnetized. There's an extension already built into the handle, but you can take it out if you'd like. Furthermore, there's other extensions. There is this kind of extension that you can do things at an angle with. It even comes with some pry tools. But yeah, you can just push a button and they all stand right up. And then furthermore, there's these other little sockets that do stuff too. I know there's a purpose for everything. I doubt I'll use all of it, but the price was just too good. He got his on Amazon. I looked this one up on eBay for the same brand, and I found a seller that sold this kit for $16. It says 63 in 1 precision screwdriver kit from Scientist, doesn't matter. Just type it in. But look at that. All these different types of heads at different widths. I'm sure there's other attributes to it, but yeah, model T0060. So look for that if you're just looking for an inexpensive under $20 set. It's got some heft to it too. I was really surprised, but it's solid, it's strong, and I like it. Shout out to Matt for recommending that on his channel. Hey, Tony Hawk's is out, and guess what? Tony Hawk 3 works for Tony Hawk's. Tony Hawk 2 works. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head at this point, but the point is, at least Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 works. And I didn't own the game, if you can believe it. Now this one, I already knew the case was a little beefed. That's fine, and it's still complete. I just need to find myself some of those CD cases that have it clear spine, as opposed to the ones that have the gray that's like textured and makes the sound when you rub your finger up and down on it. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's looked into one of these in a few years, but I hate this about this shit. Oh my god, you guys, can we just get past? I mean, I know we did, but why did they ever think this was a good idea? You should have kept the long boxes, Sony. Oh, look at that, I was wrong. There was black and white even in the PlayStation 1 days. So yeah, for Tony Hawk's to work, you just put a modified save file on this, and then you load it, and when you go to create a skater, it absolutely, oh bam, how far he hath fallen. Anyway, you go to create a skater, and it just makes it crash, and once it crashes, it then loads a custom homebrew piece of code, basically, that lets you then boot your legal backups as well as games that are out of region. And it's fantastic. And probably some kind of homebrew if those exist too for the PlayStation 1. I think the answer is yes. And that is it. And here we have Apex. I don't see very many Atari games, and somebody in the comments let me know if it's any good. I love it when they have custom soundtracks. All these black and white manuals. Looks good, but you know, the pictures can always look good. And finally, Amped 2. This was completely discless. When I found it, I was like, well, maybe they have the disc for this up front. And so I took it up to the counter with all the other stuff. And she was like, ooh, this one has a color manual. She said, no, we don't keep the discs anywhere. That means somebody took it out of there. And I said, oh. I was like, well, can I just have the box? And she's like, yeah, you can have it. And so my thought was either A, I would just repurpose the box for another game if I needed to, or B, I could find the disc online for cheap. I got lucky, I found the disc online for cheap to where it cost the same price for this game as it would have been had I bought it at that place, like $4. So that's pretty good. I figured it was time to just invest in some 99% isopropyl alcohol, so I did. It was like $7 online. Tell me if there's a better price to get it from somewhere, but $7.95 I think for 8 fluid ounces, so basically it's $1 an ounce. Yeah, so just let me know if you know a better cost. Who knows, you know, if it's actually genuinely 99%. I would have no way of knowing, but for sure it's got to be better than this 50% that I was using from Dollar Tree. So when this one dries, it leaves behind like a thin residue. My guess is it's water, and I don't want to use this on my electronics. I have no problem using it to clean other things that are not like electronics, but I don't want to leave any more of that weird residue on like motherboards and things like that. So I forgot to mention this. Well, I didn't forget to mention this. This was one of the Blu-rays I bought that I mentioned in my last video, but it fell out of my seat of my car. Didn't notice it for weeks on end. Like 2 or 3 weeks. But anyway, yeah. Iron Man 2. And also another Tony Hawk game, Tony Hawk 4. Only played this on the PS2. Tried to play it emulated for the PS1. It was not a thrill. I already don't like the first game, as I meant, or the more modern version of Tony Hawk 4 that much. So this one was really weak. Let me know in the comments if you've actually beaten this version of the game. It's super strange. And I can't really tell what this is, but it is a PSP nub thumbstick. Or as this calls it, Video Game 1000 Analog Stick Joystick Cap Black. There'll be more parts for this. I know that PSP 1000 that I got's roughed up. I'm contemplating swapping out the case, the shell. I would prefer to do it with an OEM shell, just of something that looks good on the outside but it's broken internally, like maybe there's some water damage or something. I'd really prefer to not buy a third-party manufactured, you know, rubbish if I can avoid it. But before I do any of that, I'm going to try buffing it with the car polish that I did on that red PSP 2000 that I bought way back when. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'm gonna take all this media and put it on a shelf because I'm a collector. I'm gonna take all this stuff and I'm just gonna do things with it. But you guys have a good night, you know, because you've really earned it.